Congratulations, both of you guys were...
We're not there yet.
Well, you're further than anybody said you would be. And I have enough class, and I was raised well enough to say when you outdo...
Yes, sir. Thank you.
When you outdo expectations, good for you. But there's another side to this. People have talked about a miracle. I'm hearing about a nightmare. It's hard to be a parent tonight for a lot of us. You tell your kids, don't be a bully. You tell your kids, don't be a bigot. You tell your kids, do your homework and be prepared. And then you have this outcome, and you have people putting children to bed tonight, and they're afraid of breakfast. They're afraid of, how do I explain this to my children? I have Muslim friends who are texting me tonight saying, should I leave the country? I have families of immigrants that are terrified tonight. This was many things. This was a rebellion against the elites. True, it was a complete reinvention of politics and polls, it's true. But it was also something else. We've talked about race. We've talked about everything but race tonight. We've talked about income. We've talked about class. We've talked about region. We haven't talked about race. This was a white lash. This was a white lash against a changing country. It was a white lash against a black president in part. And that's the part where the pain comes. And Donald Trump has a responsibility tonight to come out and reassure people that he is going to be the president of all the people who he insulted and offended and brushed aside. Yeah, when you say you want to take your country back, you got a lot of people who feel that we're not represented well either. But we don't want to feel that someone has been elected by throwing away some of us to appeal more deeply to others. So this is a deeply painful moment tonight. I know it's not just about race. There's more going on than that. But race is here too, and we got to talk about it.
Sad day in America. Some sad people walking around the United States right about now. Yep, today is Wednesday, November 9th, 2016, and it is a very sad day, even for me. Donald Trump should have not been elected as president of the United States, but he won. One of the dumbest people walking around on planet Earth just won the president of the United States. A man who's never had any political position in his entire life, not even a dog catcher. Other than running his own several businesses that he owned into the ground and bankrupting them multiple times, now he's the president of the United States. I knew Donald Trump was going to win. Why? A lot of us don't get it. The country is still hurting from the financial crisis that took place before Barack Obama took office. And they never recovered. When some of these people are starting to recover, the oil prices, some of the countries were doing its fracking and all that stuff, and the oil collapse of the oil prices a year or two ago, and all those people lost their jobs again. Then the coal mines in Kentucky and Virginia, we're not relying on coal in the United States anymore. We went to clean energy. And then thousands of people lost their jobs. And you got thousands of people who have been displaced, jobs have been displaced over the past decade. Those incomes are never coming back. And these people are angry. These same people who voted for Donald Trump voted for Barack Obama. But Barack couldn't deliver. Not his own fault. Because the Republicans blocked everything he was attempting to do for 8 years. Because they wanted to get back control of the White House, which they did get because they blocked everything for the past damn 8 years. So they blocked everything and it was a stalemate. Nothing could move forward. So now we're stuck with President Trump. And we'll see. I think a lot of people, mark my words, Donald Trump is an idiot. And he's going to tear this country apart. He can't control himself. He can't control his actions. He can't control his damn mouth. And it's going to be hell to pay. No, and a lot of people know this. He's not a world leader. And he's 70 years of age. He's stuck in his ways. He ain't going to change, and nobody can change. Nobody. He won't listen to nobody. He's going to do what he wants to do. He's going to be very destructive. And maybe that's what America needs. Since they voted for this fool, maybe they need him to go ahead and tear it apart. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to rip this country to shreds. But that's what the people wanted. They voted for this crazy ass. And so sometimes you have to just kind of sit back and let people get what they want. This is what they wanted. They didn't. They chose him out of. And let's just be honest. There was a piss poor selection of candidates. Period in this election. Horrible choices on the Republican and Democratic side. Maybe Bernie was somewhat of a good choice, but he wasn't what people were looking for either. So he stuck with Donald, and they voted for him, and now he is the president. I don't really know if Hillary might have had a chance if she'd been more aggressive. Hillary should have, instead of constantly going after Donald Trump, she should have went to these states and said, this is what I can do for you. And I don't think she was as aggressive enough to really get that message out there. So because she wasn't that aggressive enough, I think that that's why we have the outcome that we have right now, because she just didn't really become that aggressive individual that she should have been. But that's all water under the bridge now. Hillary back by going on to the beach. She said, well, Hillary's a rich woman. Hillary's rich. She laid up on the beach in a few days and put this behind her, go and retire. We got to deal with the aftermath of this election because we have to live here in this country and deal with Donald Trump and his foolish behavior. It's going to be very interesting to see how Donald Trump handles this. Now, see, this is the problem I have with a lot of Americans. A lot of people think just because they live in good and got stainless steel refrigerators in their homes, everything's great in this country. That is not the case. There's some fucked up shit going on in the United States. A lot of people are financially hurting. Some people have not been able to overcome the past decade. Losing jobs, losing incomes, they've lost so much, and they're never going to recover this stuff. So these people are very angry. They pissed at the whole wide world. I get it. I lost everything too. I did in the financial crisis loss. But I'm not pissed about it. But some people are very angry about it because they don't see another way. They don't see another outcome. They don't see another situation. In many cases, there might not be another way. Especially you get to Virginia and Kentucky and them coal mines, them folks hurt. What else they going to do? I guess they could get MacBooks and become YouTube stars, and if we can understand what they're saying. Guys, don't worry. Donald Trump is going to screw this shit up so bad over the next 4 years, he won't be reelected. I guarantee it. Because he's a fool. He's an idiot. He has always been. And nobody likes him. Now, we really get to see him in action. See, before we just been watching him on a TV show, we really don't know his business dealings. We know what he really can do. We about to find out the hard way. So all these folks who voted for Donald Trump, I'm glad they did. He's in the office now. And you're going to see Barack Obama wasn't as bad as we thought he was. Because Donald Trump going to be damn right horrible. Donald Trump going to be a fucking nightmare. We're going to see how this... Now, there might be a silver lining to this cloud of Donald Trump winning. Because so many Republicans and so many Democrats dislike Donald and don't trust him and see him as a reckless fool, which he is. This might be the first time in a long time the Republicans and the Democrats come together to conspire against Donald Trump. President-elect Donald Trump. I got to start speaking politically correct terms over here in my kitchen with this stainless steel refrigerator from China. Samsung. They used to make refrigerators in the United States. You'd be hard-pressed to find a stainless steel or any type of refrigerator. I think Sub-Zero was made in the United States, but shit, that's a $5,000 refrigerator. I did have one once in my life. I had a couple of them. This one cost about $1,500 from China. That was on sale. So, but it's a nice refrigerator. I'm not going to knock Samsung for the refrigerator. I do have one of those exploding washing machines that from Samsung I'm trying to get rid of. See if them folks that come buy that damn thing back. But anyway, it's a shock for a lot of people. I wasn't shocked because I did so much research. I read and research. And everybody kept saying, Donald's going to win. Historically, they kept pointing out facts. This is why he's going to win. This is why he's going to win. This is why. It was article after article after article after article. I read them all. And I finally came to the conclusion, this man is going to win this election. I didn't like it. But there were so many facts laid in front of me. So many articles, so many researchers, they all kept saying this is why he's going to win. And here we are. He won. Some of those researchers they've predicted every president election for the past 30 years and got them all right. So all of a sudden they're going to get it wrong this time? They got it right. So now, what do we do now? That's what we can do. The man's the president-elect. Maybe you get lucky and a plane will fall out the sky. Doubt that happens. You just have to deal with it. 4 years. I don't think he's going to get a wall built. You all remember those famous words that the first George Bush said, no new taxes? And that was his whole campaign. And he ended up having to raise taxes. I can assure you all, Donald Trump will not be able to get that wall built. Why? The Republicans are going to fight him tooth and nail. And them Democrats, they're going to stop that fucking wall. They don't want to see it because they don't want to see him have success. They don't like the man. And don't think for a second that he's going to be changed. See, he's not going to change. The Donald that we have all seen over the past 18 months or the past 10 years, the arrogant, loud, he's not going to change. Now he's going to be even more empowered because he won. So he's going to get arrogance to a whole nother level. So he's going to piss off those Republicans. He's going to piss off those Democrats. He ain't going to get nothing accomplished. I guarantee it in writing. He's not going to change it. What's the old saying? A tiger never changes his stripes. Donald Trump ain't about to change. Now, somebody said, well, he's a billionaire. He's rich. He's a successful billionaire. Now we get to see his tax returns. We're going to find out what his wealth is worth. All that's going to come out in the wash now since he's been elected. We're going to see just how much money this man got in the bank, how successful he is, and how much he's paying in taxes. All this is about to come out. But this is who they wanted. This is who wanted Donald. They got him. Let's just see what happens. If you like my videos, click like, share them with family members. Like I said, I'm not really as worried about Donald Trump being the president. A lot of people are just in panic mode and worried. If the Republicans and Democrats are ready to fight this man every time, he ain't going to be able to breathe right. They're going to be like, stop him from breathing. Let's vote on his breathing, honey. They're going to try to stop everything he attempts to do because the man is arrogant. He's out of control. And he's about to really get out of control. When he gets into that White House, it's going to be on and popping. Watch. He's an arrogant son of a bitch. But he's our president-elect. This is who they wanted. And this is who they got. Anyway, I'm out. If you like my videos, click like, share them with every motherfucker you know. Because this might be the only income I might have. It's kind of, we just have to accept the fact. This is what they wanted. Hillary was the perfect candidate. She would have did a fantastic job as president. But they didn't want Hillary. They wanted Donald Trump. And they got him. Anyway, I'm out. Enjoy your Wednesday.